that's kind of that goes into, the question you had about who my favorite wrestlers were. At the time, going to the Ruthless Aggression era, you have what some people call the Reign of Terror. So I hated all the bad guys. I hated Triple H so much. Hated this guy. Every single time one of my favorite baby faces was getting up to the point where they're going to beat this guy, he's always beating him down. He's got Evolution helping him. He's got Ric Flair helping him. He's got all the type of people that are going to help him, or he's going to cheat to win. And I hated this guy. Same thing with JBL. Absolutely hated these guys. These guys were the biggest heels to me. And then you turn into now, or at least until I kind of learned the illusion of kayfabe wasn't really there. And lo and behold, I watched one documentary, and Triple H became my absolutely favorite wrestler. And it's because of exactly what I named off with that first moment. He was able to elicit that emotional response, not just out of me, but out of hundreds of thousands to millions of people. He could elicit that emotional response, whether it's that he wanted you to love him or he wanted you to hate him. And I thought that is something that is so important that I want to be able to do on either side of the ball that I'm playing on, good guy or bad guy. I want to be able to be just like him. And so seeing that this is somebody who's manipulated my emotions so well for a long period of my life, I was like, this is the guy. This is the guy who's my absolute favorite. Above anybody else, this is the guy.
That's super cool. Especially, you look back then, and even like when you do look at his new generation work when he was Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and then today of where he is in the business, it's incredible. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's a huge change. I think I was just telling my girlfriend the other day, doing a little bit of wrestling education, telling her about the incident that kind of broke kayfabe, but also kind of changed the course of his entire career. The whole curtain call incident everybody likes to talk about. So there's a lot of things that would be very different. Like just I have a fun time trying to think of the reality we would be in if that incident never happened. One, could we say that Triple H's career would have been as great if that never would have happened? Could we say that it would be on the same path? Could we say that kayfabe would still be the same regardless, just something else would happen? There's a lot of questions to ask.
I mean, allegedly he was going to win King of the Ring that year, which means Austin wouldn't have won King of the Ring that year. So who knows what that would like? Just that end of the business would have changed maybe completely. Who knows?
Oh yeah, I mean that could have changed the entire outcome of the Attitude Era. And again, in that same conversation I was having about the curtain call incident, as we were talking about the dissolving of kayfabe, and I think I spoke to her at first about the Montreal screw job, which is it's surprising that anybody in this day and age does not know what that is,
Right.
because you've heard it so many times on anything that involves wrestling. Even like the most casual wrestling fan probably knows about the Montreal screw job at this point. And so I was telling her about that and showing her like, okay, that's kind of where like it really actually started to full on dissolve, or kayfabe was kind of out the window whenever you outed Vince McMahon as the actual owner of the company. And so it's this huge twist, like reality and kayfabe blending in together. And then on top of that, you have the curtain call incident. So those two things in conjunction kind of gave us our Attitude Era. That gave us the kind of reality that we live in right now. If it wasn't for these two events happening, and again,
It's crazy. It's crazy.
yeah, it is absolutely crazy. Yeah.